takes normally to travel by rail from Newcastle upon Tyne to London. It averaged a speed of more than 115 miles an hour on the journey, and at one point it touched 142 miles an hour. The train completed the journey in just 2 hours, 19 minutes and 37 seconds. Tony Baker reports.
This was the Silver Jubilee, the train which 50 years ago today set a speed record of 4 hours for the journey between Newcastle and London, and which attracted passengers to what British Rail described as the golden days of travelling comfort. Just before lunchtime, this 125 left Newcastle in an attempt to set a new record for the 268-mile run and herald the start of a Tees Tyne Pullman service being introduced on Monday. British Rail, battling against competition from the airlines and coach firms, say they want to provide added luxury on this route with refurbished carriages and a higher quality of cuisine. And the aim today was to do it all as fast as possible. The official record for a 125 on this run was set 2 years ago, when it was covered in 2 hours 51 minutes. The aim today was to do it all in 2.5 hours. In fact, British Rail was keeping another possibility up its sleeve of also setting a new world record for the speed of a diesel train. That stood until today at 143.2 miles an hour. This train achieved the top speed of 145 miles an hour, and that brought it into King's Cross in a total time for the journey of 2 hours, 19 minutes and 37 seconds, knocking over half an hour off the previous record. Celebrations followed, and a promise from British Rail that the new service won't be quite as fast as today's madcap dash into London.
On a special run over the East Coast Main Line route, Britain's newest and most luxurious business train averaged over 115 miles an hour start to stop between Newcastle and London. Tony Baker was on board.
British Rail is introducing its new Tees Tyne Pullman service on Monday, bringing, it said, a new style of comfort back to the railway. This was to herald that service, and there was an early determination to get to London at the greatest possible speed. It meant, of course, travelling at well over 125 miles an hour. So there's a terrific atmosphere here aboard the train, 200 passengers on 5 coaches, all keeping their fingers crossed that we'll make it on time. We've actually been through Durham in a time of 10 minutes and 10 seconds, and that puts us 49 seconds up, so it's looking good. Newcastle to London line is one of the busiest intercity routes, and that's why BR is keen to compete strongly against the airlines and coach firms. The director of Intercity is Cyril Bleasdale.
Well, 50 years ago today, we ran the Silver Jubilee on a special run, and that went from Newcastle to King's Cross in 4 hours. And 37 years ago today, the railways at the time introduced the Tees Tyne Pullman service. So this 27th of September seems to have a ring about it.
York, and there's quite a turnout as the Pullman hurtles through. Among other stations, the new service will actually stop here from Monday as it heads down to King's Cross. It'll also stop, of course, on the return journey. Today, though, on the record attempt, there was no time for that. OK, goodbye York. We were travelling there at speeds of up to 141 miles an hour, probably faster than that, and we've probably set a new world record for a diesel train. We'll find out about that later. But in the meantime, let me tell you that we went through York in a time of 44 minutes and 53 seconds, and now it's looking even better. The Guinness Book of Records had their own representative on board, looking at including any records established within future editions. We were now heading onto a key section of track, Stoke Bank, near Grantham. Well, Stoke Bank was, of course, the best chance of setting a new world record because it's 15 miles downhill, and at that point the train gets added momentum. And I'm just being told that we did, in fact, reach a speed of 145 miles an hour on that stretch, and that's beaten the world record set in 1983. So, a world record in the bag, actually unexpected, and as we drew into London, confirmation that this journey had been completed in 2 hours, 19 minutes and 37 seconds, half an hour quicker than the previous fastest time.
Well done, the Pullman. Well done, Tony Baker, who nearly went as fast, didn't he?